We'll be revising the socio-religious movements from Ghatna Chakra, Pointers Edition. Let's start with it. Socio-religious movements, the category of population that was primarily attracted by religious reform movements of the 19th century was intellectuals, urban upper class, and liberal princes. Now, an assertion and a reason, socio-religious movements of 19th century resulted in the modernization of India. The reason is rationalism, scientific temper, and other such ideas which were the basis of modernization were at the core of socio-religious movements. So both are correct and it is a true explanation. In the context of Indian history, the correct statement regarding Vaikom Satyagraha is it was a satyagraha against untouchability and caste discrimination. Mahatma Gandhi participated in Vaikom Satyagraha. Now, the Raja Mundri Social Reform Association to encourage widow remarriage was founded in 1871 by Veersalingam. Now, out of the given classes, which is noble landlords, new rich merchants, educated Hindu middle class, educated Muslims, that has been influenced by Western civilizations, firstly was educated Hindu middle class. So, out of landlords, merchants, Muslims, and Hindu middle class was the first to be influenced by Western civilization. Now, the first Indian Renaissance was by Raja Ram Mohan Roy, of course. The prophet of nationalism in India is Raja Ram Mohan Roy. He was called the first modern man of India. It was Raja Ram Mohan Roy. The first society founded by Raja Ram Mohan Roy was Atmiya Sabha. Brahmo Samaj was founded in the year 1828. Raja Ram Mohan Roy established Brahma Samaj in the year 1828. The founder of Brahmo Samaj was Raja Ram Mohan Roy, of course. Now, Raja Ram Mohan Roy was given the title of Raja by Akbar II. Samadhi of Raja Ram Mohan Roy is in Bristol, England. Keshav Chandra Sen is associated with the establishment of Tabernacle of the New Dispensation and the Indian Reforms Association. So, Keshav Chandra Sen. The founder of Brahmo Samaj of India or Bharatiya Brahmo Samaj was Keshav Chandra Sen. Raja Ram Mohan Roy is regarded as the father of Indian nationalism. The Brahmo Samaj is based on the principle of monotheism. Out of the given options, namely child marriage, sati, Western education, idolatry, which were not protested by Raja Ram Mohan Roy, of course, Western education. The principle of Brahmo Samaj were belief in monotheism and to free Hinduism from all social evils, opposing idolatry and dominance of priests and improving the situation of women. The social reformer who strongly opposed Jury Act of 1826 was Raja Ram Mohan Roy. The best representative of Neo Hindustan in the second half of 19th century was Neo Hinduism. It should be Neo Hinduism, not Hindustan. Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda attended the Parliament of World's Religions held at Chicago in 1893. The famous reformers who wrote the book Gyan Yoga, Karma Yoga and Raj Yoga is Swami Vivekananda. These are his original books, like these are his books. All the other books are usually written by some of his disciples. The founder of Ramakrishna Mission was Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda established Ramakrishna Mission in the year 1897. Sardamani was the wife of Ramakrishna Paramhans, also known as Ma. Dayanand Saraswati founded Arya Samaj. The Arya Samaj was founded in the year 1875. The person who is responsible for the revival of Vedas is Swami Dayanand Saraswati. Let's go back to Vedas, was said by Dayanand Saraswati. Now, Swami Dayanand Saraswati is known as Martin Luther King of India. Satyaprakash was written by Swami Dayanand Saraswati. Satyaprakash is a sacred book of Arya Samaj. Shuddhi movement was started by Arya Samaj. Now, there is an assertion and a reason. The Arya Samaj movement gave self-confidence and self-reliance to Hindus. Reason is the Arya Samaj undermined movement undermined the belief in the superiority of white race. No, it is not the correct explanation. Both are true. Moving on, good government is no substitute for self government. It is said by Swami Dayanand Saraswati. The person who first used the word Swaraj, that is, and accepted Hindi as national language was Swami Dayanand Saraswati. Now, the chronological order is Tulsidam in the 16th century, Raja Ram Mohan Roy 1772 to 1833, Dayanand Saraswati 1824 to 1883, and Vivekanand from 1863 to 1902. The founder of Pratna Samaj was Atmarang Pandurang. Now, the correct match, that is person and the associated work or post, is D.K. Kharve. He was secretary of the Widow Remarriage Association. J.D. Bethune was associated with the establishment of girls' school in Calcutta. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar was principal of Sanskrit College in Calcutta. B.M. Malbari was associated with starting a crusade against child marriage. Pratna Samaj is associated with Atmarang Pandurang. Young India is associated with Mahatma Gandhi. Lokhitvadi is associated with Gopal Hari Deshmukh. Satyasodak Samaj is associated with Jyotiba Phule. Rehnumani Mazdan Sanstha is associated with Nauroji Furdonji. The chief director of Pratna Samaj in Maharashtra was M.G. Ranade. The Adi Brahma Samaj was founded by Devendranath Tagore. The founder of Dev Samaj was Shiv Narayan Agnihotri. Satyasodak Samaj was founded in the year 1873. Satyasodak Samaj was established by Jyotiba Phule. The author of Gulamgiri was Jyotiba Phule. Satyasodak Samaj movement was launched by Jyotiba Phule again. The main aim was to uplift the backward classes. It is related to Satyasodak Samaj, of course. Satyasodak Samaj organized for an anti-caste movement in Maharashtra. Now, the Bengali leader who opposed socio-religious reforms and supported orthodoxy was Radhakant Deb, founder of Dharma Sabha. Out of the given names, namely Digdarshan, Samachar Chandrika, Samvad Kamudi, Bengal Gazette, which were started in opposition to the religious and social ideas of Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Answer is Samachar Chandrika. Now, the founder of Radha Swami Satsang was Shivdayal Sahab. The reformer of Maharashtra, who is also known as Lokhitvadi, is Gopal Hari Deshmukh. The campaign for widow remarriage in Maharashtra was led by Vishnu Parshuram Pandit. The greatest Parsi social reformer of 19th century was Behramji M. Malabari. The Age of Consent Act was passed in the year 1891. His principal forte was social and religious reforms. He relied upon legislation to do away with social ills and worked unceasingly for eradication of child marriage Parda system. To encourage consideration of social problems on a national scale, he inaugurated the Indian National Social Conference, which for many years met for its annual session alongside Indian National Congress. The reference in this passage is for M.G. Ranade. During the Indian freedom struggle, the National Social Conference was formed. The reason for the formation was Indian National Congress did not want to include social reforms in its deliberations and decided to form a separate body for such purpose. Now, the correct statement are under Keshub Chandra Sen, the Brahmo Samaj campaigned for women's education. Vinoba Bhave founded the Sarvodaya Samaj to work among refugees. The Hindu Widow Remarriage Act was passed in the year 1856 AD. The name of D.K. Karve of Western India figures in the context of women education and widow remarriage. He who prominently fought for and got widow remarriage legalized was Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. I have no time to think about God because a lot of work has to be done on this earth. This statement is related to Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. The correct statement are: in 1829, William Bentinck declared sati system an offence by law. The government has passed an act in 1856 under which Hindu widows could remarry. Swami Dayanand Saraswati founded Arya Samaj in 1857. Sati was declared illegal by William Bentinck. The Act 5th of 1843 made illegal slavery. He who played an important role in passing the Native Marriage Act of 1872 was Keshub Chandra Sen. The Native Marriage Act was passed in the year 1872. The Child Marriage Act of 1872 had sought to curb the practice of child marriage by placing the minimum age of marriage for girls at 14 years and 18 years for boys. Now, born in 1853, he was a Parsi from Western India. He was the editor of Indian Spectre, Voice of India. He was a social reformer and was the chief crusader for Age of Consent Act of 1891. It is being described for B.M. Malwari. The minimum marriageable age fixed under Sharda Act for boys and girls was 18 and 14 respectively. Sharda Act is related to prevention of child marriage. Theosophical Society was founded by Madam H.B. Blavatsky and Colonel Occult. The success of Theosophical Society in India was mainly due to Annie Besant. The correct match, that is organization and the person concerned. Young Bengal movement was by Henry Vivian de Rosio, and Bahiskrit Hitkarni Sabha was by Baba Sahab Bhimrao Ambedkar. Theosophical Society was by Colonel Occult. United India Patriotic Association was by SAC, that is Sayyid Ahmad Khan. Now, Tulsi Ram was related to Radha Swami Satsang. The correctly matched order, the organization and the location: Brahmo Samaj in Mumbai, Manav Dharma Sabha in Surat, Arya Samaj in Mumbai, Nadwa Ulma in Lucknow. Now, Tattvabodhi Samaj was founded by Devendranath Tagore in the year 1839. MC Stelwart, B.N. Rao, and Aladi Krishna Swami Iyer were distinguished members of Servants of India Society. This was Gokhale's organization. Now, Servants of India Society was founded in 1905 by Gopal Krishna Gokhale. The founder of Bahujan Samaj was Mukund Rao Patil. Those who demanded the right to enter temple that caused a terrible riot in Trivunali in 1899 was Nadars. If God were to tolerate untouchability, I would not recognize him as God at all. It is said by Bal Gangadhar Tilak and seconded by me. The correct match are Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Purest form of Hinduism is contained in Upanishad. Now, Keshav Chandra Sen, that is Brahmavad, should be made the religion of the world. Dayanand Saraswati said he identified Hinduism with religion instituted in Vedas. Now, Ramakrishna Paramhans emphasized that there are several ways to reach God. Now, correct match, location and the organization: Bharat Dharma Mahamandal, Haridwar; Dev Samaj, Lahore; Radha Swami Satsang, Agra; Sanatan Dharma Rakshini Sabha, Calcutta. Now, the correct statement are: Brahmo Samaj supported monotheism, Arya Samaj contributed to the development of education, Swami Vivekanand founded Ramakrishna Mission. Now, the women's movement in India stayed largely under the inspiration of Jyotiba Phule. Started largely under the inspiration of women's movement. Okay, this is women's movement, so it is to be led by women only, which is why Jyotiba Phule. Founder of Satyashodhak Samaj, which had its primary emphasis on seeking the truth, is Jyotiba Phule. Jyotiba Phule was associated with anti-caste movement. The common among Brahma Samaj, Ramakrishna Mission and Arya Samaj is none of these three had a political mission, but they helped to develop a spirit of patriotism by reforming the religions. Now, the correct statement are: Annie Besant was a theosophist. The international headquarters of Theosophical Society is in Madras. Swami Dayanand founded Arya Samaj. Dar ul Ulm was established by Maulana Sihibi Numani. Now, the Theomad movement in UP started in the year 1866. The correct matched order, that is the movement and the leader. All India Untouchability League by Mahatma Gandhi, All India Kisan Sabha by Swami Sajanand Saraswati, Self Respect Movement by E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar. The exponent of New Buddhism is Bhimrao Ambedkar. The Farezi movement was started by Haji Shariatullah. Tarkeshwar movement of 1924 in Bengal was against corruption in temples. Hali system was concerned with bonded labor. The political organization established before Congress. The first political organization established in India, 1838, was known as Zamindari Association. Sorry. We'll be doing political associations established before Congress in the next video. This will be all for this video. Thank you.